you never have to think about them because they unfold. Because when you follow your excitement, your vibration goes up and your vibration goes up, and then new doors open and your vibration goes up and new thoughts. You're accessing new thoughts. You're seeing the world in a completely different way. That's why you follow your excitement, because it raises your frequency, and when your frequency rises, you see doorways that never existed. So that's what I've been doing these last 5 or 6 weeks. That's why I haven't made any videos.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I could.
I know, man, it's been a long time since I made a video. Everything's cool. I don't know, man, time is just like, it's just going by so fast. Like I haven't made a video in like 6 weeks. And I just realized that because I'm starting to get some emails and comments from some of my subscribers, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And so I figured I'd make a video. I have been, this is about 5 weeks ago, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I just had this idea for this screenplay. So I just, it was like midnight, and I just sat down and just started typing. And I typed for like 4 hours, and I was just like really getting into it. And the next day I like woke up and just started working on it again. And the next thing I know, it's 6 weeks later and I haven't made any videos. So I'm just making this video. I actually had this idea a couple months ago for this video. I would say that about 30% of the time, third of the time, my clients are other healers and life coaches, and they're people that help other people. That's their job. So every once in a while, when I'm giving a session to one of these beautiful people, I get a session myself. And this happened, I don't know, 2-3 months ago. I forget her name. I know she's in California, and we had a great conversation. I do forget her name. She'll remember the session when I'm talking about this. But I could tell right away that we didn't need to talk about anything. I mean, we were on the same page, and she really wasn't asking my advice on anything. She just wanted the session. So, we start talking about each other, and I was telling her, some of the things that I'm working on, some things in my life that that are still affecting me. And she started saying, I see you. Oh, I can see it. And I was like, what's she talking about? She goes, no, I see you as you're about 10. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, you got long, blonde, straight hair. And I thought that was interesting because during that time, I did have long, blonde, straight hair. And then it turned brown and curly and then gray. But I did have blonde hair back then, straight. And all of a sudden, as she's saying that, this memory pops into my head of when I was like 10. And I was living with my mom, and I was outside, and there were these like 4 really pretty, like 13, 14-year-old girls. And they were like, oh, look how cute he is. And they were like touching me, and dude, I'm in heaven. I mean, here I am, I got these older girls, and they're like, I don't know. I was just digging it. And then a group of boys came up that were a little bit older than them, so like 14, 15. And immediately they started being assholes to me. And they were kind of making fun of me and like kind of emotionally bullying me. And to be honest with you, I don't know, I'd never thought about that. You know what I mean? If somebody said, hey man, what are some things that happened in your past that really affected you throughout your whole life that you never let go of? I would have never thought of that. I literally would have, I hadn't thought of that in 43 years. So when it popped up as she was saying this, to me, that has a meaning. So I was like, you know what? I just had this memory pop up from this same time. She goes, okay, yeah, that's it. Go to him. And I'm like, go to him? What are you talking about? She goes, go over there. He can feel your presence. Go over there. And I mean, you know, in all my videos, I talk about how there is no time where we're experiencing time literally, but everything's happening at once. So it makes perfect sense that he could feel my presence. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, well, what do I do? She's like, go over there, comfort him. So I went over there and I was like, hey, dude, what's up, man? I go, man, don't listen to these assholes. I go, man, these guys, they're miserable. They have miserable homes. They're not getting any love. You are a threat to them. And so don't worry about it, dude. Plus, dude, you're going to be me. You got an amazing life ahead of you. I mean, you're going to do so many cool things. Eventually, you're going to find the perfect partner. You're going to have this wonderful family. Like, dude, it's all good. So don't spend 2 seconds thinking about these assholes, okay? In fact, you should have empathy for these guys. You should realize that they're sad. And then that was kind of like, that was it. And I could see this. I could see the little me, dude. I could see him. There's no question. And I felt like my communication was received. You can't validate this. I will say that, dude, I feel fantastic. And I don't know. I just, I don't know if it had anything to do with that. But, dude, something happened. Something clearly happened. I believe that on some level, whether at that moment in my past, there was this feeling of calmness and peacefulness that came over me and it didn't affect me. Like, I doubt that the younger version of me is seeing the older version of me, but he's feeling something. So clearly something happened. But what the reason I'm making this video is because right after that, another memory popped into my head. And that was when I was about 12 years old. And I did have a bully that was like, a couple blocks away. And I had just gotten a new bike for my birthday. And it was dope. It had the front shocks and the big high handlebars. And, this is like 77, like with the banana seat. And it was the bomb. And I'm riding it around the neighborhood. And I'm going to the alley. And that bully comes out. And he's like, hey, man. And I stopped because I'm like 4 foot nothing and weigh 60 pounds. And so he asked me if I can ride my bike. So I let him ride my bike. And the dude starts doing circles around me, laughing at me. Okay. And I remember saying, okay, man, I need my bike back. Like, let me have my bike. And he's just totally like pimping me, just like teasing me, just like. So I don't know what happened. But the next thing I know is he's laying on his back, he's grabbing his face, and I have my bike. I have no idea what happened. I swear. All I know is when it happened, I remember thinking, what just happened? Why is the guy that's been tormenting me since I've moved to this house, why is he on his back, holding his nose, like sobbing, and I have my bike? Well, the next day at school, little asshole bully guy comes up and is so nice, so respectful, and said how hard I hit, and he'd never mess with me again. So I'm thinking, like, what? That happened? What the fuck? What happened? What happened there? And then I was thinking, wait a second. Did my future self realize that was such traumatic experience and go back and knock that little asshole off my bike? And then I had my bike? Did that happen? I don't know what happened. But what if that was my future self that went back and solved that problem, and how that problem could have escalated? And what it was doing is it was reaffirming that communication that I had just made with my 10-year-old self. And then it occurred to me, I always talk about, this feeling of excitement, and how we're really, when the human body was designed, we have an internal compass, and that is your heart. And if we would have been taught to follow what excites us, to follow our passion, we would be living these joyful, fulfilling, enriching lives. But nobody ever said that. In fact, we're told just the opposite. We're told, don't trust your feelings because your feelings lie, and you should always trust your rational, logical mind. Well, you know what? That's such bullshit. Anytime somebody says that to you, you just look at them, and I bet you they're miserable in their life. Anybody that doesn't pay attention to their feelings and only listens to their logical, rational mind and their intellect, dude, they're miserable. They are. Just look around, dude. Look around. You know why you should follow those feelings? Because those feelings are breadcrumbs. And those breadcrumbs are leading you to your full potential. Because that full potential, that person that's living their dreams, that has the job or the career that is fulfilling and rewarding in the supportive relationship, that version of you exists. And that version of you is coming back in time and leaving you these breadcrumbs to follow. You don't see the breadcrumbs, you feel the breadcrumbs. This and this feels more exciting. That's a breadcrumb. Follow that. And it was so funny because when this was coming into my mind, I just saw like my future self. And what I'm feeling is excitement. But he's like, oh, come on, dude. Yeah, he's laying out breadcrumbs. He's like, if you do this, if you follow this, and you follow this, you're going to end up here. This is where you want to be. But when it's happening, like we're like this little puppy, and we've been hurt, and we're lost, and we don't know where we're at, and we're just cowering in fear, and our higher self's like, come on, our future self's like, come on, you got this, come on, buddy, you got this, and we're just totally afraid because we've been hurt before. We're afraid. And then we do it. And we sneak up and we take one of those. And we're like, wow, nothing happened. But it feels good. And it tasted good. I'm going to go to the next one. And then the next one. And then the next thing you know, you're following your path. You don't sit around feeling hollow. You don't sit around saying, what's my mission in life? What's my mission? I don't know my mission. Dude, your mission is to be happy, to follow your excitement. If people get so caught up on the big thing, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Dude, don't worry about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. If you worry about making the next choice that's the most exciting, and the next choice that's the most exciting, and the next choice, if you focus on the small things, dude, the big things work themselves out. You never have to think about them because they unfold. Because when you follow your excitement, your vibration goes up, and your vibration goes up, and then new doors open, and your vibration goes up, and new thoughts. You're accessing new thoughts. You're seeing the world in a completely different way. That's why you follow your excitement, because it raises your frequency, and when your frequency rises, you see doorways that never existed. So that's what I've been doing these last 5 or 6 weeks. That's why I haven't made any videos, man, because I'm following this excitement. I have no idea what's going to happen with this screenplay. If this screenplay ends up in a file on my desktop and nobody reads it, I don't care. The reason I'm doing it is because it feels so good, and that's it. I'm not attached to any outcome. The old me would have been different. I would have already been like thinking about agents or how to get it out and what. I mean, I just don't think that. I don't know. I just don't do that anymore. But anyway, I will be back to make more videos, I promise. I'm gonna find a way to divide my creativity up between screenplay writing, or writing my screenplay, and videos. I really thought I'd just do both, but apparently, once I get focused on something, dude, I don't know, I just haven't really made it a priority. So, okay, man, I think I appreciate all the emails and the comments saying, hey, bro, when you going to make a video? So, yeah, man, I appreciate that. So I've closed my session book down. I'm going to start opening up some more sessions. All I've been doing is my upgrade sessions and my monthly tune-up group sessions. So I will, okay, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will be making another video soon. Okay, love you guys. Peace.
If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you